You want to tell me that has nothing to do with the northern lights tonight? Look at this gnarly path here. Look how thick it is in there. Give me a break. There he goes. So it says it's all restricted here at the Brickyard Trail. Besides the trail itself, it looks like. See here? That's the trail. But it seems to be very restrictive. I don't even know if this is where it begins, but we're gonna go this way. So we're in St. Paul on the west side of the river today. St. Paul's west side. This is a huge structure right ahead of me here. And there's a few different locations down here with some ruins, but we'll see them all the way along. I mean, the whole thing is ruins here. This huge, immense wall structure, which there are trails going up in this way and that way, but I'm not sure which ones lead where. There are drop shafts. When you get so far up there, there's drop shafts just in the ground, just holes in the ground that go very deep. So you gotta be kind of careful around here, but we'll follow this, see where it goes. You can kind of see some of the damage here, the walls kind of peeking through. That might be an entrance. There's some graffiti over there. There might be some remains. Let's see what's over there. Yeah, the trail seems to go this way. Brick stuffed in it here. These are all bricks, see? Glazed over. Completely glazed over. Oh yeah. It's a big one. Excuse me. But anywho, that's that. Doesn't seem to go anywhere. I'm not prepared to find out. But it's very nice. Flat floor and everything. I'm going to continue down the Brickyard Trail and see what else I've run into. There's a pile of metal debris right here in this joint, but a bunch of standard heads on it. I don't know. This strange metal equipment laying here in a big heaping pile. Not sure what it is. There's a tank in there of some kind. There's insulation between that. I don't know what this is. Rat Boy's been here though. That tree is burnt to a crisp. It looks super old too. And look at how burnt it is. The whole thing is black. Maybe a lightning strike, but could be something else. So there's a cubby hole in that joint. They say they were growing mushrooms in them and stuff like that. See, Rat Boy here knows all this, all the interesting stuff. He's looking at all the right stuff here. This bin, another old bin right there. These big drums. They're not rusting either. This is buried pretty deep. It's in this pile, which I wonder what else is in this pile. This mound. Yeah, there's a bunch of this piles back here of debris. No, there's a structure up there. I can see the paint on it, so there's gotta be something there. Oh, look at all this too. Strange piles of this stuff everywhere back here. Like they've been cleaning it up. How do you get to that? Oh, look at here. Still have structure in place. So that's something in place there. So it's not just all piles of debris. Some of this is in place. This went all the way across this wall. Went all the way. Yeah, these bricks over here turn into big stones. You can see it went on. Huh. Okay, there's something back there. Oh, there's more of it over here. There's a hole right there. See, the holes are, you gotta be careful of around this area. Like this. Okay, that's filled in. I don't know what that is. It doesn't seem like anybody's going into it though. But this is made of metal. There's air coming out of that though, cold air. Metal. Ventilation shaft, so there's stuff going further deeper than I'm standing too. And these are all bricks just thrown about and all over the place. Another closed off entrance. They haven't even tried this one. Oh no, they opened it from behind. This one goes into something. Yeah. Or no? The hell? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff too. Just little storage bins and whatnot. There's a trail going this way. Some sort of a washout structure, some sort of a water runoff. Huh. I keep going down the trail if I can find it. But you can see how easy it is if that were covered with leaves, just to fall into one of those holes around here. Okay, here's that structure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's all broken up over here. So the river is just over there. It's down below. But I'm going through these willows here and I'm gonna go see what's on this along this structure. There's a fence right there going up the steep grade. All the way up it too. It goes all the way up the whole length. Another entrance or something over here. Or is that for water? Seems to be for the water runoff. You can see it's been heavily altered up there along that stone they brought in right there. But here's some ruins. Huh. Yeah, what do you know? Oh, look how mashed up they are down here. Look at how mashed up these bricks are. See? At the bottom. They are, yeah, this is, holy smokes. Yeah? Look at that. Like a van seat, like a, an Ford Aerostar. Here's the rest of the tower, lying down in bits. But look at the bricks in the base. How shuffled up they are. Can you see them? Those are all supposed to be like this, you know. Like here, see? Running courses, but they've all done this. That's pretty gnarly right there. Oh, look how burnt some of them are too. These are just crispy. Some laid in here too. Just cooked out. A shuffled mess. This was all perfect too, see? Some came down in chunks. Some chunks turned over. And then some single bricks just turned over, see? But there, you can see they were all perfect. See, a little patch right there survived. But they all shuffled up, turn into stones. Like this here, see? Break up, turn into stones. They have to when there's this much pressure shuffling around with all this heavy weight. Look, it's turned into like viscous, spongy looking coal almost. These have turned over, see? On the floor. Just a random tower that was overlooking the river, Mississippi. And it's laying all in bits here. You can see the brick conditions changing in different areas. Like look here. You know, they're all coming together, mashing into, see, mortar and brick coming together into one material. Solidifying in some areas like this. Solidifying. See here. The surfacing was like boiling off of it. You could see it was like boiling almost. And look at these. There's some mortar still, it's still white, but the rest of it's been cooked out. See, between these ones been cooked out. On that side, that still remained right there. You can see what's happening. The mortar seems to find its way out and leave somewhere like this. See how it kind of went out that way, and it's not here anymore. It kind of finds its way out somewhere, you know, in many cases, and then the bricks will come together like this into one solid mass. See? Look how burnt these are. See here? See here, there's more of it up there too, even more. That's been ashified up there. Man, this is gnarly. All these were perfect, like up here. These were all perfect. Look how many stones and such is broken up. Right here into what looks like concrete, see? It's been so mashed up. And this other structure also around the corner here. This is all flow going down the hill. There's metal sticking out of it. But, oh, a huge pipe too. But this is all hard masonry that I'm slipping on. It's like flow. You see, like it turned around and it flowed down this. From up here, it was flowing off of this, whatever that is. Huge chunk of metal in here. Whoa. There may have been something like a, I don't know. Look at that. See how the surface cement was just boiling off of it. Just, you know, viscous and hot. These are like where melted globs came out. And over here it's just all kind of coming into one solid mass of material, which is like limestone eventually, this crispy limestone looking stuff. See how burnt these are in here? These are bricks, see? All down there. Cooked out. And you can see they were all the same brick. They were all the same brick, perfect, so the condition of them wouldn't change between here and here. They wouldn't change the condition. They were all perfect tapestry bricks, and they were more like this, but then they burst out like that and whatnot. But they would have been smooth, nice bricks. With a nice surfacing on it. And all that limestone right there, those were bricks too. That wall with metal sticking out of it. Now let's get up to that. Whatever the hell that was, it's sheared off too. The metal was sheared off. Broken off. See? All the way down here. It's all been sheared off. Whatever was attached to it. Maybe it was attached to something here. There was something on the edge of that structure too, right there. You could see anchors sticking out. Threaded rods. It's flowing down this. This might be a staircase. Looks like. And the wall is just cooked down into jagged limestone. Yeah. And then there's metal stuck in it, melted to it. Something came down this, looks like a stairway. You got caught up here, looks like. Doesn't rust whatsoever. Look how perfect that is. That metal. Yeah, a sheet of something there got caught up. It's all red bricks, baby. That's all we're finding out here. But, yeah. And these here, these are all red brick. Look how burnt and nasty that is in there. Come on. And that's some sort of a natural process right there happening, eh? Yeah. Yeah. You can see down there. Little surviving bits. Still in place, perfect. And look at the rest of it, the meatball soup here. Look at this meatball soup over here. It was all like this. See down below, there's some that survived down there. And over here. And all the rest of it's meatball soup, see? Look at this mangled up. Look at this mangled up here and burnt. Baby. Give me a break. Big iron beams in there too. Big girders across. For what? Technology of some kind. Likely. And this goes all the way up to the top. Like a staircase of some kind or something. Of this steep mound structure that's flat and on top and level. There's Schmidt's Brewery. We've been there before. And you might be able to see, no, not from here. Not from here. But hey, we found this though. I didn't know it was back here even. Or what it is. Some sort of technology. And there's bricks everywhere, I'm tripping on them. And that wall continued on. That wall, right where the moss is right there, I can see the wall behind it still. Continuing. And disappearing right there. Just more bricks up there. Everywhere. They call them cliff sides and stuff, they're just walls. Upright walls, baby. Excuse me. Anywho. I mean, I can go anywhere around here. Down by the water even, I find bricks all up and down it. Nothing but it. There's metal going into the ground this way. Into this structure that I'm standing on. This was a structure, you can see how flat and straight this is next to this. There's metal going into it this way around this structure that I'm standing on. That little structure there. Pipes, there's metal going into it. And more threaded rods on this side too. They seem to be broken off and such. Look at that. This is sideways here. This is sideways. They're stuck together, melted together. Hey whiz, you know, if you don't see it, there's wood up there. There's wood up there surviving too. There's wood up there. You see the wood? Survived all the destruction that caused all these bricks to turn around. And the wood surviving over there too. Whatever caused all this to turn up like this and these bricks to go black. That wood survived it. Just a mess. This has been restructured. They brought all that, these round boulders. Did a huge project here. They didn't do much but make a mess really. Alright, until the next one.